Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily or the Daily Dominion for November 20th, 2024. Today we have Seaside and Nocturne. And we've got no Swamp's Gift. So Druid, usually not great without Swamp's Gift. We got Blockade. The only village is Native Village. That is a little awkward. Salvager trashing, and then there's also the Druid. We would like to get Sea Witches going. So the question is, do we go for Blockade or not, I think, in the early going here. I think if we go for Blockade, then our goal is to either Blockade, or Blockade Salvager. If we're blockading blockades, like, we can use that to start picking up native villages. So the terminal space will work itself out over time, but might not work out up front. And then there's also just the fact that it's not going to particularly help us hit 5, at least not initially. I mean, if we see it turn 3, we blockade Salvager, then, you know, potentially that does, but I mean, ultimately, there is a good amount of stuff that's worth gaining with the blockades. Sea Witch is really the only 5 that we want to pick up. And it helps us get imps off of Devil's Workshop, which is nice. So I think I am inclined to take the blockade, but it's a bit of a close call. And then I think we just take a silver here because of terminal space considerations. Haven would be reasonable. Native Village, potentially, although that really doesn't help us at 5. Alright, I think we just go ahead and take a Native Village here. Yeah. Okay. Well, this works out alright. We can blockade, another blockade, and then pick up Sea Witch. Alright. We know we have Native Village and Sea Witch down there. Obviously, we're not guaranteed to see them, but I think I will go ahead and take... Well, I was going to say go ahead and take Salvager, but maybe it's better to grab another Native Village. We see both Native Villages and we set aside cards, we will actually trigger a shuffle, and then we can buy a Salvager. The attack is more likely to hurt. Attack of... Yeah, I think actually with that, the AI is not likely to be picking up another Salvager. Put card? Okay, that's a way to describe it, I guess. Alright, I think we're actually just going to pick up the copper right away so we can hit 5 again and get on their Sea Witch. Oh my gosh. We did not see any of our native villages here. Holy moly. That is some kind of ugly. Okay, well, unfortunate. To be sure. Let's just grab another native village, I guess. We don't really want to trigger a shuffle here with these native villages. I think we do that. And I think we'll just take a third Sea Witch. It's the only draw. Oh, we didn't have one in play? Okay. I think I'm just gonna grab more native villages here. We're gonna basically want all the native villages we can get. It would be nice to ever use the salvager, but yeah. Okay, we could pick that up so that we can get all this stuff into play. Although playing all 3 Sea Witches right now is not actually really what I want to do. Nor do I really want to trigger a shuffle, though. By setting aside another card. Just kind of annoying. $12 cards. We would sift through 4 of them. And then Native Village would get us through 2 more. Yeah, so we'd have 10 cards in the shuffle. If we play the Sea Witch now, then we'd have 8 cards. And we'd sift past 6 of them. So I guess that's... Like, we would trigger another shuffle, and if we get another Sea Witch, I guess it's fine. Oh, okay. Well, that does help. We're definitely going to take the last native village. We could pick this up so that we can trash an estate. Well, we want to hit 5 is the thing. I mean, we could trash the silver. I think... Alright, so... I'm wondering about blockading Devil's Workshop. Salvager, also not crazy. We have 8, so we can buy Sea Witch Native Village. So we don't need to blockade the Native Village. I mean, it might be nice to do so, but... I'm gonna go with the Devil's Workshop. You do have to watch piles here. They are actually quite low. I just bought a duchy, so there you go. That in hand. We discard like Estate Curse. think I slightly prefer to trash Curse over Estate. Well, I guess it probably doesn't matter. We want to keep this Devil's Workshop. We could just use it to gain a gold. That actually wouldn't be bad at all. Or we could blockade something and get an imp. Yeah, that does have a lot of appeal. Haven, probably... Oh, no, wait, Salvager. Blockade Salvager by Haven. Another duchy. Do we actually want another Haven? I don't know. I guess it's probably fine. What do we have set aside? Native Village Copper. Kind of don't want to play this Sea Witch. Two piles empty. Do we need to buy a duchy? I don't really want to be doing that. I don't want to buy another Sea Witch necessarily. Yeah, I think duchy's probably fine. Although, yeah. Salvage the pouch and bought a duchy? Okay. Let's hang on to the Devil's Workshop, I think. Well, awkward. Where's all of our junk? I guess some of it's over here, huh? Gotta catch this, unfortunately. Salvager. Blockade. So we can play the Sea Witch. So we've got... We kind of do want to pick up here. A lot of value there. We have the Sea Witch in these two cards. No, we don't. No, we saw it last turn. Never mind. Probably set aside the second blockade. Probably, yeah, maybe not. Just double blockading could definitely be advantageous. Yeah, let's pick up. Okay. Another native village. All right. We want to avoid triggering a shuffle. We could Haven the Haven. We probably do, because we have 2 Sea Witches in here. I think we're just going to get rid of the curses for now. Not buy anything. What are we going to blockade? We could just take some more Havens. We could take another Salvager. We could take a Silver, so we have some money. And in theory, the Salvager can get us there, but... like, Haven... no, Haven doesn't do a whole lot. I think Salvager Silver. In hand, put in hand, put in hand. Okay, now maybe we can hang on to the Devil's Workshop. Maybe. I mean, if nothing else, we can salvage it. We need to. So we have a native village set aside. That's actually really kind of annoying. Okay. So we have 6 coins. We could get a province by salvaging the Haven. We don't get to use the other salvager though, which is like we don't have enough to also salvage copper. We could salvage the Devil's Workshop, but that only gets us to like 12, which isn't super useful. I think we play the Haven, and we might Haven the Salvager. Copper set aside. Haven the Salvager, Native Village set aside, and then salvage the Devil's Workshop and buy province might be the play. I mean, we could also salvage Salvager. That's... getting another imp at this point isn't super likely to help. Oh, I think we do it this way. Keep setting these aside. And then do we want like another Haven or another or anything? Not super excited about more Havens. Think not. Salvage the Sea Witch just to get a touchy. Yikes. Okay, do we keep the estate with plans to salvage it? That is the question. Probably. Alright, this looks like a big ol' set aside, set aside, set aside, pick up situation. Can we empty duchies? Probably? Maybe not. Maybe we needed to not keep this estate. Oops. 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, we probably can't. 10, 12. Yeah, even if we hadn't. Dang. Alright, well, we can get a province. If we had drawn this one other native village like up front, and been able to, yeah, and kept the copper, I think maybe we get there, but whatever. So the other question is, what are we doing with the second salvager? Like we can hit 12, but that doesn't really do anything. It would actually be nice to have Haven right now to set aside this salvager. It's like we salvage the estate, we can get a province, and that's nice. But then we have salvager blockade. I guess we just play the blockade and don't play the other salvager. It's pretty annoying. Okay. Wait. Could we have emptied on... Hold on. Emptied on salvagers. We should be able to do that, right? Blockade for salvager. Salvage. Salvager. Let's try it. We've got a points lead. No, that's only 10 coins. Salvage estate, salvage silver. No, okay, never mind. Yes, that's a nice thing about playing against the AI. I can just do stuff like that, and I don't have to keep annoying somebody by asking them for an undo. Okay, well, and we're gonna do salvage estate. I'm gonna do blockade. I mean, arguably, we should just go for another salvager. They have one card set aside. How do they? Why does it have? Oh no, 2 cards. Okay, they don't have very many native villages. So like, are they even going to be able to pick all that up? Like I saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 native villages this turn. I guess they did just shuffle. Okay, so like they do have 2 blockades. There's like an outside chance that they could empty salvagers. Empty salvagers and get a province though, more than a province. That seems unlikely. So I think we just take another salvager. Well, apparently they can So salvaging province could be useful, but I guess it depends on how we're trying to empty. If we're trying to, oh, we can just empty on duchies this time. Yeah, yeah, that's no problem. Okay, blockade. I guess we don't need, and I mean it doesn't really matter. But I guess we'll say haven. Oh, I forgot I had another sea witch coming. Well, I mean, again, I don't think it matters, but discard the duchy and the upper. I don't know, whatever. Unimportant. Right. So overall, pretty sad board. We had 7 native villages. I think that was, and 4 sea witches. Yeah, I only had 3 native villages and 1 sea witch. Really? Oh, right, it salvaged 1. Okay, I was like, surely it had 2. Yeah. We only got the 1 imp, which is pretty annoying. I don't know if there was a better way to approach that. Having more imps would definitely have been helpful, but in terms of how to get them, was tricky. I mean, maybe I was playing a little bit too cautiously towards the end and could have. I mean, obviously it was fine, like, because I was like set up to win by doing that, but maybe, you know, it would have been fine to have more, like, you know, ignore points a little bit longer, get some imps, and have, you know, more deck control. I don't know, but yeah, mostly I think it's just that I did more work to stuff the better cards into my deck. I think the choice to open blockade was pretty well validated. Like, they open salvager, and they actually got the sea witch turn 3, but they bottom deck to the salvager. And then, wait, what? Turn 3, did not play salvager. Turn 4, did not play salvager. Turn 5, did not play sea witch or salvager. What the did they have? Maybe they had salvager. Well, they could have played salvager here, assuming they had. Oh no, maybe they had. Yeah, if they had salvager turn 3, they wouldn't have been able to hit 5. Well, they could have salvaged the silver, but I mean, they wouldn't have been able to hit 5. Maybe that's what happened. As they call, yeah, that's. Oh, but they had. Well, no, that still could be. Yeah, they had 3 coppers here. Well, 2 copper pouch. They could have had 2 estates here, bottom decked another estate. Yeah. So I mean, that is some poor distribution there. But then they gained another salvager turn 6 when they haven't even played the first one once. That seems very incorrect to me. Yeah, I think mostly like the stuff native villages into the deck was the big difference, and I think going for the blockades early was you know, was good for doing that. Like, Sea Witch is a good card, a really good card, but I think it wasn't necessarily absolutely critical to get one into the deck as fast as possible, because you're still going to be able to like get there. Like, blockade ultimately is increasing your hand size like a turn later, and that's going to help you hit 5 and yada yada. So Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.